Welcome back, everybody. When last we left our hero at Rancel Ragefire, he had escaped the Imperial stockade at Helgen, which was attacked strangely by a dragon which seemed to speak to him, and fled with Ralof to Ralof's sister's home in the nearby town or village of Riverwood. Ralof's sister Herger had asked us to travel north to Whiterun to warn the Jarl there of the dragon attack and beg for men to assist Riverwood. So that's where we are now. Before I continue in with Ralof and Hod there, I'm just going to take a moment to organize myself. Okay. What's this one? Oh, okay. The Book of the Dragonborn. Year 360 of the Third Era, 21st of the reign of His Majesty Pelagius IV. Many people have heard the term Dragonborn. We are, of course, ruled by the Dragonborn Emperors, but the true meaning of the term is not commonly understood. For those of us in the Order of Talos, this is a subject near and dear to our hearts, and in this book I will attempt to illuminate the history and significance of those known as Dragonborn down through the ages. Most scholars agree that the term was first used in connection with the Covenant of Akatosh, when the Blessed Saint Alessia was given the Amulet of Kings and the Dragonfires in the Temple of the One were first lit. Akatosh, looking with pity upon the plight of men, drew precious blood from his own heart and blessed Saint Alessia with his blood of dragons, and made a covenant that so long as Alessia's generations were true to the dragon blood, Akatosh would endeavor to seal tight the gates of oblivion, and to deny the armies of Daedra and undead to their enemies, the Daedra-loving Aelids. Those blessed by Akatosh with the dragon blood became known more simply as Dragonborn. The connection with the rulers of the Empire was thus there from the beginning. Only those of the dragon blood were able to wear the Amulet of Kings and light the dragon fires. All the legitimate rulers of the Empire have been Dragonborn, the emperors and empresses of the first Cyrodiilic Empire founded by Alessia, Ramon Cyrodiil and his heirs, and of course Tiber Septim and his heirs, down to our current emperor, His Majesty Pelagius Septim IV. Because of this connection with the emperors, however, the other significance of the Dragonborn has been obscured and largely forgotten by all but scholars and those of us dedicated to the service of the Blessed Talos, who was Tiber Septim. Very few realize that being Dragonborn is not a simple matter of heredity. Being the blessing of Akatosh himself, it is beyond our understanding exactly how and why it is bestowed. Those who become Emperor and light the Dragonfires are surely Dragonborn. The proof is in the wearing of the amulet and the lighting of the fires. But were they Dragonborn and thus able to do these things? Or was the doing the sign of the blessing of Akatosh descending upon them? All that we can say is that it is both and neither, a divine mystery. The line of Septims have all been Dragonborn, of course, which is one reason the simplistic notion of it being hereditary has become so commonplace. But we know for certain that the early Cyrodiilic rulers were not all related. There's also no evidence that Ramon Cyrodiil was descended from Alessia, although there are many legends that would make it so, most of them dating from the time of Ramon and likely attempts to legitimize his rule. We know that the Blades, usually thought of as the Emperor's bodyguards, originated in Akaviri crusaders who invaded Tamriel for obscure reasons in the late First Era. They appear to have been searching for a Dragonborn. The events at Pale Pass bear this out, and the Akaviri were the first to proclaim Raman Cyrodiil as Dragonborn. In fact, it was the Akaviri who did the most to promote his standing as Emperor, although Raman himself never took that title in his lifetime. And of course, there is no known hereditary connection between Tiber Septim and any of the previous Dragonborn rulers of Tamriel. Whether there can be more than one Dragonborn at any time is another mystery. The Emperors have done their best to dismiss this notion, but of course the imperial succession itself means at the very least that there are 2 or more potential Dragonborn at any time, the current ruler and his or her heirs. The history of the Blades also hints at this, although little is known of their activities during the interregnum between Raman's empire and the rise of Tiber Septim. But many believe that the Blades continued to search out and guard those they believe were or might be Dragonborn during this time. Lastly, we come to the question of the true meaning of being Dragonborn. The connection with dragons is so obvious that it has almost been forgotten. In these days when dragons are a distant memory, we forget that in the early days being Dragonborn meant having the dragon blood. Some scholars believe that that was meant quite literally, although the exact significance is not known. The Nords tell tales of Dragonborn heroes who were great dragon slayers, able to steal the power of the dragons they killed. Indeed, it is well known that the Akaviri sought out and killed many dragons during their invasion, and there is some evidence that this continued after they became Raman Cyrodiil's Dragon Guard. Again, the direct connection to dragons, the direct predecessors to the Blades of today. I leave you with what is known as the prophecy of the Dragonborn. It's often said to originate in an Elder Scroll, although it is sometimes also attributed to an ancient Akaviri. Many have attempted to decipher it, and many have also believed that its omens had been fulfilled, and that the advent of the last Dragonborn was at hand. I make no claims as an interpreter of prophecy, but it does suggest that the true significance of Akatosh's gift to mortal kind has yet to be fully understood. When misrule takes its place at the 8 corners of the world, when the brass tower walks and time is reshaped, when the thrice blessed fail and the red tower trembles, when the dragonborn ruler loses his throne and the white tower falls, when the snow tower lies sundered, kingless, bleeding, the world eater wakes, and the wheel turns upon the last dragonborn. So, that provides some background and context to what's going on with the advent of that dragon that attacked Helgen. Okay. So, it's late, I've escaped Helgen, and I have much to think on. I need a place to rest for the night. And since Gerdur has invited me, I intend to take her up on her offer and get some rest. I really like the way all the towns the 2 towns I've seen so far are sort of nestled in these sort of mountain valleys or vales. It really adds a very unique Nordic flavor, along with the thatched roof, the sort of that style that they use of construction. You got a chicken? Looks like an egg. Take that egg, Mr. Chicken. Nice. Okay, here we go. I guess, is Hod Girder's husband then? I guess he is.
Can I help you?
Greetings, Hod.
So you saw a dragon, did you? Tell me, what was it like? As big as a house?
It was terrifying, is what it was. Yeah, you should be wary. You might see one yourself soon. Helgen isn't that far from here.
Don't even say such things. I hope that dragon stays away from Riverwood. We don't need that kind of trouble.
Okay. Listen, I'm done in. I'm gonna go to bed and sleep for a while. I'll see you in the morning. Oh. You awaken feeling rested. Okay. Okay. So, Raylof's sister Gerdur asked me to take word to the Jarl of Whiterun of the dragon attack on Helgen, and to ask the Jarl to send soldiers to protect Riverwood. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. Let me talk to these guys and ask them about Whiterun and the Jarl. Some information. Okay, so talk to the Jarl of Whiterun. This is Whiterun. Okay. And this is where I am now in Riverwood. So I'll have to cross this river and head north. Maybe that looks like a road, maybe? Alright. Here we go. Rayloff,
I told
hail.
you my sister would help us out.
Yes, it was very nice of her to let me stay here. And to give me this food that I'm going to take.
I hope to see you in Windhelm. Good luck.
Yes, Windhelm. Well, I'm still not sure if I want to join the rebellion. I mean, yes, the Imperials were dicks,
watch
but...
over your battles, friend.
Yeah, okay, but your sister's the one who, I feel like I can help you both out if I help her.
You.
So I'm going, yes, thank you. I'm going to Whiterun, so I want to ask you about Whiterun.
Or die well.
You're an interrupter, you know that, Rayloff?
Damn faithless Imperials.
Okay, alright, listen, talk to me
I hope
about
to see you in Windhelm. Good luck.
Okay, great.
Just head north. Can't miss it. It's the capital of Whiterun Hold. Jarl Balgruuf still hasn't declared for one side or the other. So at least you won't run into any Imperials along the way.
Alright, thanks. That's pretty much what I thought.
I'm going to rest up here a while before heading to...
Sorry. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'm going to head north to Whiterun. And